Record to the cloud. Happy Monday. Yay, I'm so excited. So this is our Team Sweaty Lovely Life team call. It's Monday, May 20th. And holy crap, we have like 2 weeks left of this month. So we are just cruising through May. I don't know about you, but I was so happy to see April go, and I am feeling so much better about May at this point. I know it's been a crazy year, so much change, so much going on with just everyone in general. And I know you guys, like, we are like not alone. If I don't know if any of you have been feeling in a funk, or maybe you're coming out of a funk, or maybe you've just been going through a lot and you're thinking there's something in the water, something in the air. I don't even know, but it is not just you. I think it's everyone. But the great thing about being in a funk, and you guys, like, everything is perspective and everything is all in control with our mindset. And I just want to encourage you that if that's something that you find yourself get caught up in, like I do, because I'll be the first to admit, like, I get into these really weird funks sometimes. I've just learned and try to remind myself that it's part of the growth process, that feeling uncomfortable, and the more funks I have, the more growth I'm experiencing, even if I don't realize it. So just try and like think of it that way. And my other tidbit is like, lean into it hard. Whatever it is you're feeling like really is coming up for you, that is what you need to stop whatever PD you're reading and like immediately tackle with whatever you need to. Because that's the only way that you're going to get through it. And that's like your sign and trigger from the universe that this is what you need to be focusing on right now. This is what's coming up for you. So like, this is where your attention needs to be. So anyway, I'm excited for this call tonight because we have one of our very own, Shea, who is one of our newer coaches. I hate saying that, but it's true. In the sense that she's been a coach for over a year now, but we always say that there are 2 start dates in this business. There's the day you sign up to be a coach, and then there's the day that you go all in to be a coach. And I'm really excited to hear from her because she very recently had that start date where she made that switch to actually go all in with her belief in herself, in this business, in her mission, in her purpose. And it's been like showing like heck. And I am loving watching her journey and watching her just shine. And I am so excited to see where she goes from here. And I would love to just hear her mindset, her experience in her own words, and what was a part of that and what she was going through last year and has led up to this turning point. So I'm going to mute myself and I'm going to let Shea take it away.
Okay, let me see here. Can y'all see my screen? Okay. So I became a coach in May 2018, so a year from this month. I had recently moved out of my boyfriend's house and was living on my own for the first time since like ever. And Amy's stuff just kept popping up, and it just spoke to me. I knew I needed a change, but I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. So that was kind of the start. So I said yes. And then over here I put from broken and hopeless to finding my purpose in life. So I want to start with my story. I'm 28 years old. I'm a Christ follower, CB-ICU nurse. I traveled the world with my sister, and that's a recent thing. A dog mom, and then I grew up in Oregon and moved to Texas. So some things that you may not think when you see me is I've been through divorce, eating disorders, negative self-talk, bankruptcy, and alcoholism. So really, my whole story is from pain to purpose. So and when Amy asked me to do this, I'm like, I don't know if I can. I'm like, yes, you can, girl. Like, get it together. Come on. So I grew up in Oregon. After I graduated high school, I moved to Baylor. I went to college for a year there. I rode horses for them. In the midst of all that, I found out that my parents were going through bankruptcy and my mom's alcoholism was coming to a head. So I was halfway across the country when my sisters were calling me and telling me, hey, there's a foreclosure sign on the door. So it was super hard to stay focused in my horseback riding. So that's what I did at Baylor, is I rode horses for them. So towards the end of the year, I really had to make a decision as far as, do I take out like $40,000 a year in loans, or do I just, I don't know, like do something else? So I ended up moving to California. When my best friend had gotten married to someone in the military, I ended up getting married at age 19. So I was in California for a while, and then he got stationed in Corpus in Texas. So I've been in Corpus for about 7 years. I thought I had it all together. I thought that my marriage was great. I thought that I was looking at, you know, the rest of my life with this person. So I decided to go back to school. I'm halfway through nursing school, and I find out that he's cheating. So I had to just go into survival mode and finish nursing school. And then I got a job here as an ICU nurse. So I kind of like, it was a huge, like, first survival, and then coming back and like looking at myself and really finding my identity, right? So I can tell you that my identity is in Christ and being a critical care nurse, and I'm enthusiastic about fitness and nutrition. But when I first started, when I signed up as a coach, I really didn't know what my identity was, like, at all. So Amy was asking, you know, like, what happened, like what flipped the switch for you, like a year later? It was really that I didn't believe in myself. Like, I was texting Amy saying, I don't know if I should go to Summit. I don't know if this is worth, you know, putting money into. I'm not making anything out of it. And she sent me this Ashley Molstead video, and it was like on point. Like, I didn't believe in myself. I didn't believe that I could finish a workout program. I didn't believe that I could be a coach, like, but I was so attracted to the life that she was living. So really just mastering the power of the mind and like completely flipping my mindset. And I love this quote. It says, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. So my belief, definitely, I'm going to kind of jump down to my vision, because my belief in myself, I was able to create a vision. I was able to get past that self-limiting belief that I couldn't do this. Like, it wasn't for me. Like, I just didn't have it in me to do it. So then I could like see my vision. And once I could see my vision, like, I've just been on fire, like on fire for life. And a few things that I've been saying to myself is I'm using my vision as my weapon. So anytime struggles come up, like, I'm fighting those struggles with my vision. And my vision has to be stronger than my struggle. It has to like bring me to my knees, basically. So that's really, you know, what I've been focusing on. And yeah, I mean, mindset is everything. So all that said, my identity has given me my purpose. So right now, like, I feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose in life, and I don't care what anyone says, like, at all. Like, at all. And it's the most freeing feeling in the world. And now, like, I've already hit Success Club and Emerald, and I'm definitely have more to enroll by the end of this month. I'm going for Diamond and Success Club 10. So it's just, like, I know I'm going to be an elite 5-star coach, and I won't stop until I get there. So, yeah. So another thing, there was another call, and I don't remember the name of the coach. Maybe it was Kenzie Bone. Yeah. So she was talking about how, like, and it totally hit me. She said, you can't be that fitness girl that no one likes. Like, you're just posting about fitness. And I realized, like, that's what I was doing. Like, I thought I was supposed to just post my Shakeology and my workouts. And people kind of hate that. Like, so I had to be like authentic and really like open myself up. And although I may not get as many likes or whatever on Instagram, as long as it touches someone. So just really being authentic and opening up and showing my flaws and like how I'm working through them. And like I said, like, I'm very faith-based, so I'm fearlessly in pursuit of God's plan for my life. And I know that this is it. And he is just opening the floodgates for me. And it's just, I mean, I'm like, I'll text Amy, like, I'm working night shift. I'm like, Amy, like, I'm so on fire for life right now. Like, I want to like run around the unit. Like, I don't know. But yeah, like, okay, let me see if I missed anything. Another thing is like energy, who we're around. So like, if you need to like borrow energy from me, like, you totally can. Like, we're a team, you know, like, I am very like energetic when I'm passionate about something. And I think like Amy's that way too. And, yeah, just like borrow energy from each other, borrow, you know, belief from each other, borrow, I mean, we're a team. I'm like, I'm so excited. So, I mean, that's really all I have. I've just been like leaning into the uncomfortable situations. You know, like, why am I having these self-limiting beliefs? And really leaning into that. And I'm selling me. Like, I'm not selling Beachbody. Like, I want people to sign up because like, they just want to be around me. And that's kind of what's happening. Like, my whole family's signing up right now. Like, they're like, yes, let's do this. Like, they're already seeing changes in me and my sister. And so I'm getting my family fit in the process. But yeah, people are definitely starting to take to my authenticity on social media for sure.
Do you mind if we just kind of like ramble some questions?
Sure.
So I'm kind of curious, like, what would you say is like from, you know, say before to after, what like switched with, what were like the major daily switches for you? Like, what do you do on a daily basis now that you weren't doing before? Like changes in
the tracker. Yeah.
Yeah. And like are you, what do you think was like what you like resisted the most on that tracker before?
What did I resist? Like, grab it. Let's see here. I mean, I've always been resisting like inviting, like thinking what people would think of me. And now that I don't really care and like I know I have a gift to share and they can all benefit from it. I mean, you know, inviting, I definitely resisted. Like, I do everything else, but I'm not going to get in your inbox. And now it's like, well, if you like my photo, like, you're getting an invite. Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. Did anyone else listen to Heather Shipley on National Wake Up Call today so far? Yeah. So, the call, so ironically, I just listened to a call of hers over the weekend and then she was on the National Wake Up Call today, but I love the way that she explained it. That basically like, yeah, like, oh no, maybe it wasn't her call, but generally like she shared the same message. It's like the way, but I heard this awesome analogy over the weekend. This is kind of like how I'll use it to explain to you guys. So imagine that you are a waitress and someone is coming in and you work in a restaurant. Someone comes into the restaurant and they sit down at a table and you go up, of course, you're going to go up and ask them what they want to drink. But then they're going to, you know, maybe they don't know right away what they want to drink. So like, oh, I'll come back. All right, I'm not sure. Let me look at the menu. Okay. So then you come back like 10 minutes later and you ask them again, like, do you know what you want to drink now? Is that person going to be annoyed with you that you came back to ask them what they want to drink? No. You know what I mean? They're going to be thankful that you came back and didn't forget about them. But even still, maybe they don't know yet. Like if you're like me, maybe it takes you 3-4 times for that waitress to come back before you finally decide what you want to eat for dinner. You know what I mean? You like you're just not sure. You're indecisive or maybe you're just not ready. So you come back a third time and you ask them, what do they want to drink? Like, you got to think about it. Like, it is your job to make sure that that person gets what they like want to drink. They are in your restaurant. They deserve to be served. You have something to offer them. Like, they came in to your restaurant for a reason. So the way that Heather like explains it is like, if you're sharing your authentic truth, if you, like Shea was saying, like if you're like being yourself and spreading your light and just like living out your purpose, and you have nothing to hide, you're just being you, someone who's coming into your page and liking your stuff, or even just saying a follow, there is something that they caught their eye. There's a reason why they did that. There's something about you that they're drawn to, or that spoke to them. So it is your job to reach out to that person and offer them an invite. It is your job. Okay, this is your restaurant. Think about your page as your restaurant. It is your place of business. So therefore, like, if you offer them an invite and they say no, on to the next. It is your job to keep serving. Okay, it is your job to just keep, inviting and keep making sure that everyone that is on your page and following you and has eyes on you and your story feels like they are getting your attention, and feels like that they have it, are getting something offered, what you have to offer them. So yes, but that is something like I think we all struggle with, and like we forget that. Okay, so that's where the personal development and the mindset and the consistent pursuit of that, like whatever it is that you struggle with, that's why you have to lean into it every single day. Like, I was just listening to a podcast right before we got on this call. Like, I'm always consuming personal development because my mindset is my power, and my mindset is also my downfall. So whatever it is, either way, like, you guys, that's what directly affects us on a day-to-day basis. So what are like some of your, what's the personal development that you've been like reading or listening to?
So there was a call that I listened to, and I don't remember who it was, but she was talking about your personal development, and wherever like area you're weak in, you need to drop whatever book that you're reading and lean into, that. So for me, it's been more like social media, like Instagram focused. I'll just go and search some calls, and kind of, go from there and like build my following. And it's just been team calls from bigger teams is what I've been focusing on.
Those are gold. Literally,
they are gold.
Literally gold.
Yeah.
And they're also addicting. Yeah. But you guys, like, that is free gold. Like, literally. Yeah. I agree with you. I agree. I believe in like what someone said this about, like, when you start something, finish it. But I also think like you got to go, like, it's okay to consume different types. Like, I spend, in the morning quiet time, I don't listen to a call. I'm usually like, I'll spend 10 minutes with my book, but then after my workout, I'll listen to either a YouTube team call recording or a podcast. And then maybe like after that, I'll listen to something else, or I'll listen to I'm listening to a John Maxwell book right now on Audible. Like, you guys, like, I believe that you need, like, probably like the key power in this business is to become addicted to your personal growth and just your personal and professional growth, because it's available to you 24/7. It is literally like what's going to propel you and help create that momentum for you, because you're able to take something and directly implement it. And I think it was Keisha Fitzgerald that maybe said this, that like, you don't have to like implement all the things, just take bite-sized pieces and like implement. It's like, you don't have to overhaul and completely overhaul your business just because so-and-so, or you heard something say that this was the right way to do it. Do what works for you, but whatever you feel like isn't working, or maybe, you feel like this is like your area of struggle, take a bite-sized piece of something that you learned from whatever and try it out and see what happens, And I feel like as I've been watching Shea over the last couple weeks, like that's literally like what I've been seeing is like she just started like posting and she started sharing like more and more and more of her story. And she and she found a filter or whatever, like a preset she liked, and she just started like getting on her stories a little bit more, and then she got on even more and started sharing like more and more and more and more. And like that's what I'm talking about, is like just start. And I went live about this today on on Instagram, like taking any minor little action is what's going to get you unstuck out of fear, So I'm just really so impressed. And that's why I really wanted to have you on tonight, Shea, because I feel like we've all been there. Like we've all been there. Like we all had our day one, but we all had to have that second start date. For me, it was, like 3 months in, I joined in March. I didn't finally get over that fear until June. And even then it's like you have to continuously, and I don't know if you can say, even can say this right this now, you have to continuously choose your purpose, and you have to continuously look back on your why every time that fear comes up again, because it's going to keep coming up, but we have to keep choosing to lean into our why and why we're here, and our purpose and our passion. So yeah, does anyone have any other questions for Shea? This is an awesome opportunity to ask some questions. Anyone?
I don't have any questions, but I'm proud of you and I love seeing your stuff. And I just love how excited you are about everything. It gives me a boost of energy because I've definitely been struggling with energy, but it's exciting to see you hit the ground running. So
yeah, take some energy from me. I don't care.
Yeah, please.
Poor Allie.
Yeah, and my tooth. Don't look at it.
Oh gosh, don't do that.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
I have a list now.
Oh, stop. Allie's going to be sharing with us next week, and she's going to be beautiful. Yep. We're going to put a little gold tooth in there, Allie.
I know. I need some grills.
All right, guys. Well, if nobody has any other questions, I'll let y'all go. But thank you, Shea, so much. Yeah. And I'm super proud of you, and I love this call. So, all right, guys.
Okay.